secrets of different bills. Hey, don't condemn me, you need it, I got it listed, yeah. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it, yeah. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a lot of threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try to drag my name in dirt. They try to bring me down. See me winning. You ain't like me then.
Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Jimmy, and today I have another special banger for you, right? Today we're going to talk about how to make Chet Holmgren, but before we get into the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. As like the video, push the video to the recommended, and of course subscribe and put your notification for my daily uploads. Without further ado, let's hop straight into this video, okay? So as we all know, with the playoffs here, actually the NBA championship, you know, I've been making different type of players, and obviously Chet Holmgren is another really good build that you could have. That he's basically, the way that he plays really translates really well in the video game. So we're gonna go 7'1", 227 with a 7'3" wingspan. So as you can see, you can go 7'10", but you want to go 7'3" because we want to have the ability to shoot. Okay, so again, just keep that in mind. So with our speed, we're gonna max that speed out. You know, I'm really big on speed, getting that to 70, and then we'll go ahead and get this to 54 on the agility. Our strength will go 83, but you will use one cap breaker here to get to 84. Okay, we'll come back to that, but that one cap breaker 84 is gonna be important. Same thing here, we're going 74 on the vert. Again, this is gonna be important. You wanna make sure you use another cap breaker here to get this to 75. Now you ask yourself, why am I using cap breakers on these little bits here? Well, it's because the game is really sensitive on individual attributes being moved, and it changes the name as far as, you know, the shades of that person. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But the 75 vert, really, the reason why you really want that is because it just helps with the dunk packages that you can potentially get, and you need to have a 75 vert. So just keep that in mind. Okay, now we're gonna go 92 on the close shot, and again, very important here, you want to use you want to use your 4 cap breakers here to get this to 96, and this will give you Paint Prodigy on Hall of Fame. Again, you know, it really comes down to preference. You can use the 4 cap breakers here, or you can use them on your standing dunk. It really is up to you. One thing I find out is that as great as the standing dunks are, once you get to a certain amount of height anyway, usually what happens is you get knocked out of those standing dunk animations a lot, and then it really comes down to your close shot. Okay, so if you sit there and think about it, it's like, how many times on the basket and I press square and I'm like, dog, why didn't he dunk it? Well, if you have that type of feeling a lot, then go ahead and just put it on Paint Prodigy. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Then we're gonna go ahead and go 80 on the driving layup, which will give you the physical finisher on silver, but it also will give you the Giannis layup package, which is the best layup package in the game. And then we're gonna go 80 on the driving dunk. Once again, the 80 driving dunk is just gonna open up a lot of dunk packages for you. I don't need to go down a list of it, but you know, 80 is just basically a really good sweet spot to get a lot of great dunk packages. You'll be able to get that. Now, I just spoke on this. You have Silver Rise Up. Now, you could use your 5 cap breakers here to get to 90, right? It's your preference, okay? There's no right or wrong answer here. It's up to you. And then we'll go 70 on our post control, okay? Which, at the end of the day, I don't know, maybe we don't have to go that high. We'll see. Maybe I can tinker with it a little bit. But this is where I was talking about. We want to go 90 on our mid-range shot. 90 mid-range shot. Obviously, that gives you the dead eye, post-fade phenom, and then set shot specialist on gold, which you could use your max +1 to get to, obviously, Hall of Fame. Same thing here. Max out that 3-point shot. Get that limitless range on bronze, and you have a build like Chet Holmgren that can really shoot from the 3, okay? And then we're gonna go 80 on our free throw for all my rec players. So as you can see, the finishing and the shooting is really solid. Then we're gonna come up to our pass accuracy. Excuse me, we're gonna get our pass accuracy right at 76, and then we're gonna go ahead and get our ball handle up to 70, and then we're gonna go ahead and go 57 with our speed with ball. Okay, now I think if I'm not mistaken, you know, you could theoretically try, if you don't really care about your strength, lower your weight a little bit more to be able to get the Zion Williamson dribble style. But I wasn't really worried about the dribble style because this build is not necessarily something that's going to be dribbling. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But if you want to do that, you definitely can. But the reason why we want to go 84 on our strength, because as you can see right here, once you use that one cap breaker on your strength, you get your post lockdown on gold. That's very important in my opinion, okay? So you want to be able to get that. Then on our block, we're going all the way up to 93 on the block, and then that will give you a paint controller on gold, and then you'll have your pogo stick on silver, and then your high fly denier is also on silver. Then you want to go 85 on your defensive rebound. Obviously, that will give you your box out beast on gold. Now you have the option of, if you want to use your max plus one to get your rebound chaser on gold, you can do that too as a tier one. If you don't want to use your set shot specialist on Hall of Fame and you're happy with it on gold, you can do that. And then as you see here, we'll have our 70 on our offensive rebound. So what did I skip over? Okay, so by me not going 42 and 44, it will allow me to do that here. So maybe I can just do that. I don't know if it's going to change the name. Let me just keep it like the way I had it first and then come back. So as you can see, if I just drop these two down, that down to 42 and go here 75, it will allow me to get to 75 vert without using the cap breaker, but I'm pretty sure it's probably going to change his name. But we'll see if we can do that in a second. So anyway, let's look at what we can actually get here. So the first one that a lot of people know is that going to be the one that everybody knows about is going to be the Glass Warrior, because obviously that gives you the block at 99, it'll give you your offensive rebound 78, and it'll give you a defensive rebound at 93, or it can be the board beast, which will give you the 82 offensive rebound and the defensive rebound 97, and again, it's going to give you the See the Future, right? Those are just the ones that you'll use if you're just trying to get strictly rebounds. And to be honest with you, if you want strictly rebounds, you're probably best off going board beast. But the one that's the most popular is always going to be Glass Gunner. It doesn't give you the rebound takeover, so that's something that you sacrifice. But a lot of people love the fact that it'll give you a 91 3 ball with the marksman takeover, and you'll still get the 78 offensive rebound with the 93 defensive rebound. Again, it's solely on preference. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's all about how you play and your play style. And again, you know, I like the Glass Gunner, so that's the reason why I push it a lot. But there's a few others that I want to go over real quick, and that is going to be the offensive artist, which will give you, again, the only reason why I feel like, you know, I don't really want to talk about it, because I feel like a lot of people are just not going to get the gist of this thing, because it makes it easier to make perimeter shots off the dribble and boost shot chance of ankle breakers. This is only going to be good if you like to use, like I like to use Jokic hop jumper in the mid-range. So, you know, if you know how glitchy that is as a center, you can catch that in the rec right there in the elbow at 16 feet, go to the middle of the top of the elbow and just use the Jokic hop jumper, get that little separation, and it's barbecue chicken every time, especially with the silky shooter takeover ability and the fact that you have a 97 mid-range, etc., 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 right? But that is more of a learning curve and a particular skill set that you need to have to be able to do that, okay? So again, I'm not about to sit there and make it seem like it's something that that everybody can utilize. Again, physicality that I really prefer, instead of worrying about all that strength, again, I would just go straight up with the board beast, just really focus on the rebounds. But he does have a 83 strength or 84 strength once you use your takeover, so maybe physicality is the way you want to go with. I don't worry about anything with the SWAT specimen or anything like that. Again, this right here with the standing dunk, interior defense and block, that's a good one. I mean, you can't really go wrong. I mean, everybody has a preference if you want to really finish around the basket, so I'm not really going to try to force that on you. But again, here you have it, my nephews and nieces. As you're going to see, it will have Chet Holmgren at the top. But like I said, if you drop your perimeter defense and that steal, 2 on your perimeter, 1 on your steal, and then put that right there on your vert at the 75 vert, you'll get the 75 vert off rip. So again, just keep that in mind. But there you have it, my nephews and nieces. Let me know what you think about the Chet Holmgren build. The name itself, 2-way, 3-level scoring threat, is dope too. You just don't see those a lot. But again, I want to know your input. Let me know in the comment section. Other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Dimmy. I'll be back really, really soon with a banger, man. You know, when I say back soon with a banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.